Hey everyone, it's Ally and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over Exuma fragrances. They are a fragrance brand that reached out to me and wanted to send some fragrance oils my way to try out. And thank you to Exuma Fragrances and Wesley Camp, the owner of Exuma Fragrances, that sent these my way. You are amazing and I really did enjoy these fragrances. There were some fragrances in this batch. I have about 14 that I tested out. There was a few that didn't work for me, but the majority of these were just chef's kiss. I really enjoy these. And if you are into fragrance oils and like something that's a bit softer, more of a skin scent that projects out, especially in higher heat, then these definitely are that for you. I love fragrance oils. I love layering fragrances with fragrance oils, and sometimes I just like wearing them alone. They create this really cozy ambiance around me, and they have a little bit more of a soft projection. So they're good for occasions where I want to smell good, but I don't want to be overpowering. So like if I was going for like a job interview, I might wear like a fragrance oil, or if I was going to some public event or like a church or something where like I don't want to have a fragrance that pushes out, or if I want to wear something comfortable that's just for me, these are a great option. And I have 14 that I'm going to be going over, and the first one is called Anthem. Now, Anthem is a sweet, incensey floral fragrance. It's really, really pretty. It really does smell like fall. It smells like, it gives me almost, not decaying flowers, but like flowers starting to wilt away. It's really fresh and airy. I really like this slight touch of incense. It's not overtly incensey, so if you're scared of incense, don't be worried. This one actually plays really beautiful on my skin, or really beautifully. It's really, really pretty. There's something really grown and elegant and sophisticated about this fragrance, and I really like it. This is beautiful in fall time. This is beautiful in the evening. This is a all year round scent for me, but I feel like it plays really beautifully in autumn. So definitely check this one out if that's something that's up your jam. Sweet, incensey, floral. You really can't go wrong. It's really, really pretty, you guys. The next one that I'm going to talk about is called Arya. Now this is a white amber that has a lot of ambroxan in it. To me, this is really, really pretty. I love a good ambroxan scent because ambroxan smells a little bit different on everybody. It just depends on your chemistry, your skin chemistry. On me, this is really pretty. I almost get like this, kind of like a woody lemon sort of scent. It's really, really pretty. This is similar to fragrances like Molecule 01. So if you're into those sort of like Molecule 01 type fragrances, which are like clean ambroxan scents, then you might really like this one. It's really soft, slightly woody, a little bright. It feels like almost like citrusy. Definitely check this one out if you want something that is ambroxan heavy. Now the next one that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to go through these a little quick just because there are so many of them. This one is called Atrium. Now this one was one that just didn't jive with my skin. It smells, and it's kind of funny because Wesley kind of described it perfectly. He says to him it kind of smells like a cleaner, some sort of like industrial cleaner. And it sort of does give me that vibe. It smells like a really clean hotel lobby. It's really, really interesting. After he like told me that that's what he sort of got, like I couldn't get it out of my head. And now every time I smell this fragrance, I smell a clean hotel lobby. It really does smell like almost like a chlorinated pool too. Like if you're going from a chlorinated pool and you're all wet and then you're running through a hotel lobby, it's giving me slightly vacation vibes. Definitely didn't jive the best with my skin. It's really an interesting fragrance. Definitely leans a little bit more masculine. Arya was more on the unisex side, Anthem unisex as well. But this one gives me a little bit more of a masculine vibe. I think guys would really enjoy this one, but it is going to be a very polarizing smell. So definitely one to test out. But be warned, you might not enjoy this one. I didn't enjoy this one that much, but that doesn't mean that someone else might, enjoy it more than I did. Atrium. The next one is called Ode Autumn, or Autumn Ode. And this one is a yummy fall gourmand. This one is really, really pretty. It's very similar to Anthem in a lot of ways, that sort of incensey floral, but think of that, but more in a gourmand way. This one has caramel, sugar cookie notes. It's really, really pretty. This is perfect for fall. If you are into those cozy fall, sort of slightly earthy, incensey scents, This is a really yummy one. This one just smells like a straight up snack. And it plays really beautifully. This smells grown, elegant. It's not a juvenile gourmand. This is an elevated, sophisticated gourmand fragrance that's going to create a really beautiful aura around you. So if that's something that you're looking for, definitely check out Autumn Ode. This one is delicious, and you can wear this one year round, especially at night. Probably I wouldn't wear this in the summertime, but I would definitely wear this like summer evenings or like fall, winter, even spring. Like this would be really, really pretty. It's a really interesting gourmand that doesn't smell juvenile at all. The next one that I'm going to talk about is called Damask, and this one is a rose heavy scent. It's a very dry rose with white oud. On me, this one didn't play the best, but it smells so good. Like, it's one of those fragrances that like, I don't know how to feel about it because it is so like traditionally Middle Eastern smelling, in my opinion. There's something about this one that smells like traditionally Middle Eastern when it comes to like a rose scent. It's got this sort of green touch. It's very rosy. It's like a rose straight from a garden, just plucked from the ground. And the oud, or the white oud, adds a sort of like honeyed, like leathery effect. This is one that I really wanted to enjoy, but it was just a little bit challenging for me. And typically I'm not like, what's the word? I typically love rose scents, but this one's a more challenging rose for me. And I've had a few Middle Eastern rose fragrances that have been challenging. There was one that I had gotten from Masasi a while back. I can't remember what it was called, but it was one of the rose heavy ones. And that one was really hard for me to wear. This one gives me that same vibe. Although I will say in the air, this smells really nice, but like up close in my skin, I get this very like oudy, almost leathery effect with like a heavy rose. And I'm not sure if I'm here for it. You might enjoy this one. Me, not so much. This one is called Damask. The next one that I'm going to talk about is one that I really enjoyed. This one is called Eden. This one is a jasmine heavy scent. Oh man, and this smells so, so pretty. This is like jasmine on vacation. I really like this one. This gives me straight jasmine vibes. It's really pretty. It's like jasmine, but there's a sparkling quality to it. This smells like summer. If you are into jasmine fragrances that smell natural, do yourself a favor and check Eden out. This is probably my favorite jasmine scent in the Exuma line, aside from one other that I'm going to talk about today. Really beautiful jasmines. The next one that I'm going to talk about is called Head Shop. And if you can't tell by the name, it smells like a classic patchouli loving head shop. This is really, really interesting. It's a patchouli fragrance that has this sort of like slight incensey vibe. It really does smell like you stepped into like your hippie best friend's home, but like it's sweet. It's a little earthy, definitely a little incensey, a little like balsamic-y. It's just really pretty. If you are into those hippie dippy type of scents, then do yourself a favor and check out Head Shop. You can't get more hippie than this. I mean, with the name too, Head Shop, like come on. This is a hippie in a bottle, you guys. The next one I'm going to talk about is called I Feel Ya. Now this is a really beautiful one. This gives me soapy, showered, like clean vibes. This has a clean skin scent sort of thing going on. It reminds me a little bit of Irish Spring, if I'm honest. And it smells really, really good. Like I would love to smell this one on a man. I Feel Ya. It's just clean, fresh out of the shower. It's easily unisex, but I feel like on a man, this would smell so, so good. This is definitely a high heat sort of weather type of fragrance. This would be amazing in high heat if you just want to smell clean and fresh and just like you stepped out of the shower and used a really fancy like bar of soap or a really nice bar of soap. This gives me that feel. I really like this one. But for my guys out there especially, check this one out. The next one is called I Hear Ya. Now this one has blue lotus. It's powdery, it's fresh. This one is actually really, really pretty. I wore this one quite a bit. It gives me a very clean, powdery vibe. I really like it. If you want something soft, powdery, and clean, that's not going to be overpowering, then do yourself a favor and check this one out. It's really, really pretty, and I really enjoy it. I think it's such a vibe. Now, the next one that I'm going to talk about is another jasmine fragrance. Oh, well, it's jasmine light. It's called Night Bloom. This one has notes of tuberose and a jasmine and a mint note. This is really, really pretty. It does give me like a nocturnal jasmine sort of vibe. If you are into night blooming jasmine, this is basically what that smells like. The tuberose and the jasmine play together really beautifully, giving you a very like sort of waxy white floral type of scent, but it's also very alluring. There's something about this that reminds me of like a sexy vampire or vampiress. Like, I really like it. I think it smells really luxurious and expensive. And I don't know. I really love night blooming jasmine and night blooming florals. So for me, this one is a no-brainer. I really enjoyed it. The next one that I'm going to talk about is called Nocturne. And this one is a very spooky, like Halloween inspired one. This is a dark floral. It's a little clean. It's got clary sage and ambery notes. And to me, this one does lean a little bit more on the masculine side, but I would say it's unisex with a masculine lean. It's dark, it's moody, it's very poetic smelling. This smells like if Edgar Allan Poe had a signature fragrance, he would smell like this. Sort of dark and moody and a little foreboding, but slightly sweet, like more decaying flowers. This gives me more of that decaying flower sort of effect, or like a vase full of dead, dry flowers in a dark room with Edgar Allan Poe writing poetry. If this fragrance had a description, that's what it would smell like, that whole scene. Really interesting, definitely an October type of fragrance. I would definitely wear this in like October or just like, you know, the autumn season. Really a beautiful one, my guys out there. Check this one out. The next one is called October Sky. This is a sweet fall amber. You've got notes of peach, brandy, and caramel. This is really, really pretty. I really like this one. This gives me straight like October in a bottle. I think this is beautiful. I wore this on Halloween. I think it was Halloween that I wore this. I'm pretty sure it was. And I was rocking the heck out of this fragrance. Like, it just smells so beautiful. It gives me a very nostalgic feel. It's sweet. It's slightly boozy. It's a little fruity, but it has this darkness to it that I really do enjoy. Definitely a really beautiful one. My lovers of like October type fragrances or like spooky dooky season fragrances, check this one out. This is a beautiful October inspired fragrance. The next one is called Spring Linen. This is a very dry floral. You've got white musk and a straw note, which makes it feel very dry and very clean. If you're into different kinds of clean fragrances that aren't going to smell like generically clean, this is a really cool take on a clean fragrance. It's a dry floral. I don't think I've ever smelled a dry floral before, but this one does it really, really well. It almost gives me a slight incensey vibe. It's very musky, and it creates this sort of like, I don't know how to describe it other than a very dry, clean scent. It's really, really pretty. My lovers of clean fragrances that want something a little bit more standout and unique that's not going to be your everyday clean, check this one out. Spring Linen, a really interesting take on a clean fragrance. Now the last one that I'm going to talk about is probably one of my favorite ones. This one is called Tea Olive. Oh, this is very spring, very summer. It is a sort of olive type fragrance. There's a little bit of a greenness. There's a slight bitterness, but it's sweet, it's pretty. Oh man, it's a really unique olive smelling fragrance. It's really fascinating. It almost smells like you broke an olive branch and you're smelling this like greenness, and like there's this particular scent to olive trees. It's really, really pretty. I don't know, it's clean, it's fresh, it's slightly green. It really just smells gorgeous on my skin, especially the longer this sits. It just gets better and better and better. It gets cleaner and fresher and just so pretty. I really enjoyed this one. This was one of my favorite ones in the bunch. I really loved Anthem. I loved Eden. I loved Night Blooming Jasmine. There's a few that I just really enjoyed, but this one was just really interesting. Very clean, very soft, if you want something that's really soft and clean, do yourself a favor and check this one out. And yeah, you guys, that's all 14 of the fragrances I have for you today. Thank you again to Wesley from Exuma Fragrances for sending these my way. I really did enjoy my wear of all of these. It took me a while to like post this video just because like it took me a while to test them all and there was just so many. I was so excited. But yeah, if you guys want to check out Exuma Fragrances, they are on Etsy. I will link them down below if you guys want to give them a check out. Until next time, you guys, I will catch you in my next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.